I can tell you one thing. Technology is the single most important aspect of every business that has successfully scaled.
It's time for that Real Estate Tech Guy. It's your weekly chance to explore how technology can help your real estate business explode. Each week, you'll hear from real estate investors who have been there and done that, and find out their favorite technology tips. Listen in as Jordan speaks with tech companies and learns about new technologies and new ideas that will help you scale your business. And now, join your host, Jordan Samuel Fleming, CEO of Smartphone, for this week's episode.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the That Real Estate Tech Guy podcast. I'm the host of the podcast, Jordan Fleming. I'm also the CEO of Smartphone. So, why this podcast? Why this subject matter? Well, simply put, it's something A, I'm passionate about, and B, I feel isn't talked enough about in the real estate investment community. It's something that's almost treated as a side bit by a lot of people. They use it, they know they need it, but they don't really understand how powerful it can be. Of course, there's exceptions, but I feel across the industry, we need more discussions around the different types of technologies. And that's really the impetus behind this podcast. I've myself personally been building technology for real estate companies for almost a decade now, probably a bit over that. And I have seen how impactful it can be. I've seen how important it is. But I've also watched people fail. I've watched people not be able to take up the technology properly. I've watched people try bits of technology and not get it to work. And I think we need more discussion around it. We need more opportunity for people to learn and see and to be able to investigate different elements of technology across the real estate investment sector. And I think it's going to be a really fun time. So there are basically two types of guests that I'm going to have on the podcast. The first is, the investors themselves. I'm going to be speaking to real estate investors of all shapes and sizes, but all of them have been successful at growing and scaling their real estate businesses. And they're going to share not just their success stories, but also their failures around technology. They're going to talk about how their journey into understanding the different parts of technology they use in their business or they have used. They're going to talk about how they found it, how they got involved with it, how they've found implementing into their teams. You're going to get to hear from real investors just like you and learn from their stories. Now, the second type of guest that we're going to have on the podcast are the technology companies themselves. Now, of course, I'm the CEO of Smartphone, and Smartphone's my baby. It's my love, and it's a phone system and power dialer used by thousands of real estate investors across the country. But we're going to be talking to all manner of technology companies. We're going to be talking, bringing them in, having them discuss their products, getting an opportunity to, learn a bit about how people use it, learn about their journey, learn about some key functions people may not know about. I'll probably be getting, different technology providers together on group podcasts where, maybe we can get 3 or 4 CRM providers together and do a group podcast so we can discuss the different parts around real estate investment CRMs as a group. And that gives you guys a fantastic insight. And of course, as we develop the relationships with these technology providers, we're going to be bringing all of those resources together in the thatrealestatetechguy.com website so that you have kind of one-stop shop of places you can see all the different bits of technology, access any discounts if they're providing any for our listeners, and really use it as a resource to scale up your business. So I'm super excited about doing this. I'm excited about meeting all the different investors and the different technology partners, learning about their products. I'm going to learn something every podcast, and I hope you do too. And of course, you can do me one great favor, which is go to YouTube and your podcast channels, hit that like, subscribe button, give the review on the podcast. It really does help lift it up in ratings so that we can get it to more real estate investors and they can benefit from it. It's a new podcast right now. That means it needs your help. And of course, if you are an investor or a technology provider and you want to come on the show, just head to the website. You'll see in the top right-hand corner that there is a button to book onto the show, and my team will get in touch with you. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the podcast.
Thanks for listening to another amazing episode of That Real Estate Tech Guy. Head over to thatrealestatetechguy.com to check out all episodes and get special discounts on tons of awesome real estate technology platforms.